So today I made $4,500 using the Nexus Blast strategy, which was the max daily profit for my top step combine that I'm working on. So I wanted to show you guys my trade and the setup and all that was involved. So the setup for this trade is very simple. I'm using the Nexus Blast protocol, which he has defined rules for, and I use those rules for the most part. And the only indicator that I use is actually the one that he puts out, which is this Sessions Liquidity Tracker indicator. It's the only thing I use because it has everything I need, which it's really nice. It's got a million settings for it. Really, the only thing I use are the default settings for the most part. Just tracks the session highs and lows, which ones get broken, which ones aren't. And then of course I've got the midnight open and some other important levels that I like in there. And yeah. So that's the setup for this particular trade. The rules that I use are the London sweep, either the London high or low, the 5-minute market structure shift, fair value gap, and then I just target the 50% level. I don't usually let them ride any further than that. I just usually get 100% out at that point. So that's the setup for this trade. All right. So coming into this morning, was looking for a setup using the Nexus Blast protocol, and I didn't really expect much because when 8 o'clock hit, price was right at equilibrium between the London low and the London high. So these are the rules that I'm using, which come from his particular strategy, which is a sweep of London, a 5-minute market structure shift with a closure of the candle to break structure, a 5-minute fair value gap, and then I'm targeting the 50% level of the range that is created. So I didn't expect much, but let the market play out. I knew we had news at 8:30, which I knew would affect the market, and it may actually hit one of these levels, the high or low of London. So I just waited around for that to happen. So from here, we've got news happening right here at 8:30, and then we have market open at 9:30. So waited around to see what news would do, and a strong move up, and here we are. We have broken the London high. However, it was a pretty strong move, so I just had to wait around to see if we would see a shift back downward or not, which I thought might happen at market open. So I just kind of waited around for that to happen. So move forward. So we're continuing. Now we're making equal highs. 30. That's the fourth exact equal high. So obviously that could be a magnet for price to get swept. But I still just waited around for market open. Now I see this strong move down prior to market open. So for me, I would actually consider this to be a break in structure because we have equal lows right here. Even though it's not a swing low necessarily that gets broken, they're equal lows that get broken and closed past. And it was confirmed actually by the next candle, which is a strong move down, a little bit of a rejection there, but it still made this fair value gap, as you can see right here. So we have this nice 5-minute fair value gap that's created right before market open. So I saw that as my signal. I drew my fib from the London low to the high that was created. I got my 50% level right here. Set my limit order at the fair value gap right before market open. Now this was the kind of sketchy part for me was set my stop loss right at these equal highs. So I knew there was a chance that price could come up and sweep these equal highs, but uh, I took the shift in structure right here as kind of the overriding factor here. So set my target to 50% and I let it play out. So market opens and almost get stopped out. You see here, come within, what is that, one tick? One tick of being stopped out. So at this point, I just let it ride and see how it would play out. So we start seeing some downward movement, which is nice. Then it started playing around a little bit, getting a little stubborn, which, of course, at noon today, we had the Powell speech coming. So I had a feeling that the market would be kind of weird anyway. But I saw the setup and I took it. Follow the rules, my rules here, and I took it. So letting it play out. It gets very close to my TP here, but again, I've seen price hit that 50% level so many times and then reverse if it's going to reverse, or it'll just keep melting down either way. But I've seen it happen so much, even if it gets close so many times, it will end up hitting that 50% level. Even if it just wicks it, it'll hit it and then move back up. So I kept holding. And of course, this move happens. Crazy move. I was like, okay, well, it's obviously going for these equal highs, right? I mean, I'm in trouble. Well, what did it do? Immediate reversal back down. So I was like, okay, giant fake out right there. So I just kept holding, and of course, it ended up hitting my target there. So that was my trade for the day. You can see my executions right here. If I exit back out again. Yeah, price was crazy today, wasn't it? I stopped trading after this. I didn't trade any of this stuff, but you come right here. So I sold 8 contracts right here, right at that order. It was so close to getting stopped out. That was crazy. I wrote it down. I originally was going to take out 6 contracts at the 50% level and let the other 2 kind of ride. But once I saw this crazy action going on, I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to take out all 8 right here. So I ended up moving that second buy limit order up to that same level for 50% level. And once it hit that, I was all out. I was really happy. It was a nice day. Hit max profit on my top step combine. So I hit 4,500, a little bit over 4,500 in profit for the day. So that was good enough for me. Um, so now I'm halfway to my target for this particular combine. So, but yeah, that was my trade for the day using the Nexus Blast protocol.